thrown, but it was just she got hurt across the face. And when you see women get hurt, and I looked at my mates, and they looked at me and thought, you know what, nah man, I'm not into this. And they looked at it and thought, no, this is really sort of, you know, this ain't for us. This is 87, but I still kept doing it till, you know, 89. And do you remember the poem, do you, Sarah? Okay, Louise. Thank God that football has changed. My 9-year-old just back from a tournament. Part of the training is to shake hands with all their players and their trainer. Good, yes. It's now all about respect, absolutely. In those days, the black players used to get monkey chants and bananas thrown at them. That's how bad it was. I remember the 3 degrees. Laurie Cunningham, Cyril Regis, and who was a third person? Laurie Cunningham, Cyril Regis. They used to play for West Brom anyway. I can't remember the third person. I don't know if it was Viv Anderson. I can't remember. But anyway, I remember bananas were thrown at them, and there was monkey chants, and they were singing stuff like, there's no black in the Union Jack, send the back, you know what I mean? It was really bad in those days, but thank God it's not like that anymore. So anyway, so I saw this girl, what happened to her, and I thought, this ain't for me, but I carried on doing it for 2 years. But what the thing that really changed me, what really stopped me from going was the Hillsborough disaster. Those poor people. I mean, that day we had a big kick-off for Chelsea. It was a mad day. It was just mad. That day was just absolutely crazy. I came home late at night, as I usually do, and my dad and mum watching the news. Excuse me, there's no water in here as well. Should have bought a bottle of water. I'm talking too much. Anyway, my dad turned around and mum turned around and said, is this what you do? Is this what you do? And I looked at the screen and I thought, oh my God, this ain't for me, man. No way. I saw women and children getting hurt, squashed against the fence, and it was horrible. It was horrible. I mean, the Heysel disaster was bad in 1985, but this was really bad. I mean, it was terrible. 96 people lost their lives. And the media, the Sun, the dirty, and I'm not going to swear, but yes, I'm Pukhtun. The Sun was basically blaming the Liverpool fans. And we all know now that was a load of rubbish. Load of rubbish, and the Sun should hang their heads in shame for doing that. As I mentioned before, I'm not a fan of the Sun. I don't never read the newspaper. I hate the Sun, the Daily Mail as well. I can't stand Daily Mail and the Sun. They're two papers that are garbage. Anyway, yes. So basically, so I said to myself, you know what? I've got to stop doing this. I thought it was the end of the season. Cyril Regis, yes, a brilliant player, fantastic player. End of the season, and I thought I can't do this next season. This is really, really bad. So. My mate Joe, I hope you're listening, Joe. He started getting to the rave scene, which is all about dancing and about love and peace, basically. So I jumped on it. I just jumped on it, and thank you. I love the beard as well. I jumped on it straight away. It was an escape from the violence. I didn't want to do it anymore. You get to a certain age, and I thought, I'm not doing it anymore. I need some water, man. There's no water in here. There's no water in here. Anyway, how long have I got left? What's the time? I've got about 12 minutes left, so I'm going to round off in a minute. So basically, I started jumping on this. So every Saturday, I've got to dry mouth, yeah. Every Saturday night, we'd go to a place, a warehouse, and just dance all night. I'm not going to say what else I did there because there's probably young people listening, but you understand. Those who were there at that time understand what I mean. So it was, yes, absolutely, Scott. That's what happened. It took away the violence. People say CCTV cameras did it. They say Margaret Thatcher did it, but no, it was the rave scene that destroyed football hooliganism. It killed it, basically. It killed it off because all the football hooligans jumped on this instead. You know what I mean? Jumped on the rave scene instead. And yes, you get me. You guys get me, don't you? Anyway, so basically, I started doing this instead. It was fantastic. It was a different culture altogether, and the music at that time was just out of this world. It was amazing. I wasn't into that jungle stuff because it was too noisy and it wasn't for me. I didn't like it. Just noise, just noise. Nah, hardcore noise, not for me. Chicago house all day long, Balearic music all day long. Piano stuff all day long. I used to love it. It was fantastic, and did this for about a couple of years. But then it takes a toll on you. Do you know what I mean? It takes a toll. I started becoming. How do I explain this now? Yeah, I became paranoid basically because it just took a toll on me in the end, and I started mistrusting everyone around me. I started getting paranoid. I mean, as soon as Happy House, as soon as and Acid House and Hip House was fantastic. Anyway, basically same as the club, same as the dub scene. Yeah, kind of. But jungle was was a threat, really. Oh, I can't believe it. No way. Jungle was shut down by government as a threat. Maybe because all the riffraff used to go there. I don't know about Jungle because I never used to go there. Never used to go to the dudes because I didn't like it. Anyway, so basically, where was I? Yes, so it started taking a toll, and basically I became paranoid. I became very sort of, I didn't trust my friends. So I sort of became a bit of a recluse. I did become a recluse. And I didn't go out. I stopped doing it. Because I was not really into it anymore, you know what I mean? I just stopped doing it, and I became paranoid. And I became sort of weird and strange. From the outgoing person who I became an introvert. I wasn't an extrovert anymore, because I used to love the clothes. I used to just give it the big one in town. I used to be a bit of a wide boy. And maybe, Chris, I don't know. So it was a bit of skunk in those days, which was very, very powerful. And so I stopped doing it. I just became a recluse. And I became paranoid. All I did at home was sit in my bedroom, listen to hip-hop. Not the old school stuff, which I used to love, like Public Enemy and the old electro stuff, but the sort of hip-hop which was around at that time, with like Snoop, Wu-Tang, all that sort of stuff, Dr. Dre. I started listening to that. So all I did was sit in my bedroom burning. That's what I used to do. I was a recluse. I didn't want to know anybody. I didn't want to go out. I was paranoid. I didn't want to go out. I thought people took the piss out of me, took the mick out of me. So I did this for about 18 months. I was in a really, really sort of dark period of my life. It was really dark, and I was really lonely, to be honest with you. I was really, really lonely. I literally had no friends. I had some lads on the estate to hang around with, but they weren't the same. So do you not miss the footy scene? Yeah, of course I miss it. I mean, it was the best time of my life at the time, you know what I mean, Martin? It was a unifying culture. It brought different cultures together, people from different backgrounds, different races, different social statuses together. It was a brilliant movement at the time. I wouldn't do it now, though. Anyway, so there was this guy who came knocking on my door. He was from he was like a Jehovah's Witness, but it was a Muslim version of the Jehovah's Witnesses. They were called Tabligh Jamaat. I used to run upstairs and hide and go, "Mum, I'm not in. Do not open the door, please. I'm not in." One day I opened the door to him. He used to be a bit of a lad himself, to be honest with you. He used to be a bit of a rude boy. He used to go to raves and used to do this and that as well. He used to be a bit of a juggler as well. And I let him in. I thought, oh, go on, come in. And he goes, "Look," I was in a dark period of my life, really, really dark period of my life. I had nowhere to go. I had no one to turn to, nothing. And he goes, "Why don't you just ask him up there?" Okay, I'm gonna go on to the Islamic thing now. So if you don't want to hear it, no problem. You can switch off. I mean, I'm just going to talk about how I became Muslim, because I was never a Muslim. So he goes, "Why don't you ask him up there, Derby away?" Yes, end of the month. Anyway, so he goes, "Why don't you ask him up there? Why don't you ask God?" You know what I mean? I said, "Yeah, right, whatever, mate." You know what I mean, sort of thing. He left, and I thought, I've got nothing to lose. So I had a Quran which I bought from Notting Hill Market, because I used to work on the markets in London with my mate Joe. It was Notting Hill and Carnaby Street. Yeah, Carnaby Street was on Sunday. Notting Hill was on a Saturday. We used to sell this stuff on the streets, and I picked up an old Quran. It was an English one, a penguin one, really old. So I picked it up and started reading this Quran in my bedroom, and I couldn't put it down. And then 2 days later, it changed my life. 2 days later, it blew my head off. I changed my life completely. I stopped burning, I stopped doing other things, and I went to Pakistan for 4 months to find out more about my culture, because I was a white boy. I was, no doubt about it. I was more English than, which is not a bad thing, because I was born in Britain. I'm British through and through. As you all know, I love fish and chips, favourite dish. My wife hates it because I go fat, it's unhealthy for you, but I don't care because I love it. Football, best sport in the world, second to MMA. Lots of things. How Britain's tolerant, the stiff upper lip, the language, and the clothes. I just love Britain. I just love being British. But I had to go back to my own country to find out what my roots were. And this is when I found out about my grandfather, and I found out about my language, more about my language and stuff. So I was there for 4 months. That's when I became more practicing my religion. So when I came back after 4 months from Pakistan, from Nowshera, which is the northwest frontier, I came back and I was a completely different person. I had a big beard, huge beard, and I had like long hair, but I had a bald patch just here where the shiny bit is. And I started practicing my religion. Every time I see my mates, I'd be like, "Oh, what's going on here? What's this? You got a big beard, and what's going on here, Riaz?" You know me, sort of thing. I said, "Look, I'm not the same person anymore." And they could see it in that I was a different person, that I'd come out of that rut of being paranoid and insecure to being a different person altogether. I'm proud to be Scottish. Good on you, mate. You know what I mean? And So what's that mean? Does that make me English? Because if you're proud to be Scottish and Scotland's part of Britain, am I British or am I English if I was born here? Anyone give me an answer? Please, because I'm a bit confused.com now, because Scotland's part of Britain, so is Ireland, and so is England. So if I was born in England, am I British or am I English? Scott says I'm English. That's a new one, isn't it? Oh, okay. I'm English. Stuart Hall says I'm English. So what am I, Pakistani English, or am I an English Pakistani? You're English, okay? You're British. Debate time, because I don't know, English and proud. Jahan Khan says that's a Khan saying English and proud, so I don't know what I am. Well, am I English or am I British? No idea. But anyway, I'm proud of being from here. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm glad. When I go abroad, I'm proud of it. People say, where are you from? I say, I'm from Britain. And I say it with pride, you know what I mean? Because Britain's where my heart is, you know what I mean? British isn't English heart. Packlish. Oh dear, my battery's going low on this thing. Packlish. Never heard that one before. Anyway, yeah, so basically I changed my ways and I started, becoming a better person. So I went to university. You're Leicester first, absolutely. I went to university. I got a degree. Oh God, someone keeps ringing me. I'll have to ring back in a minute. Sorry about it, because the phone keeps getting cut off because people are ringing me. You're a Wigstonian. No, I was born in Highfield, so am I Highfieldstonian. Anyway, so where was I? Flipping heck, man. I forgot. I've lost track now because all these messages are coming along now. We're all human beings, absolutely. Of course we are, yes. My family is Scottish-Stani. That's a good one. Hi, Riaz. Where are you? You are John from... Hi, Riaz. You are who you are. John from Birmingham. Yes, absolutely. English and proud, Jahan Khan. We never forget our roots. Absolutely, because I never forget my roots, of course. But I am proud to be who I am now, you know what I mean? Anyway, so I went back to university, got a degree. If any teachers are listening right now who said I'm going to be a numpty, I don't want to say numpty, who thought I was, never going to excel in my life, I'll stick 2 fingers up the butt because there's people listening, people watching. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, I got a degree, and I got a master's degree on top of that. And I hope you're watching this right now. Anyone listening, do not listen to what your teachers say. If they say you're stupid and dumb, don't listen to them. Prove them wrong. Go forward. Go forward. Go forward. Go forward. Never let anyone hold you back. Never. If you want to do something, like you want to become something in life, go for it. Do not let anyone hold you back. As long as it's not dodgy, like drug dealing, or becoming a pimp, nah. But anything else, go for it. You get what I mean? Do not let anyone hold you back. And I've got about 3 minutes left, so I'm going to have to round off. Okay, the world's your oyster, Riaz. Absolutely, mate, absolutely. Okay, there are no races, we are all one, brother. Absolutely, Stu, I agree with you. But there are races, we can't help it. It's just the way things are. People are going to be racist, just the way it is. So I'm going to round off now because I can't finish the story now. Let me finish the story. Okay, I'm going to round off now. I'll continue this next week, but I'm going to have a guest on next week. His name's Shahid Butt. Now, this brother here, right, is going to be on next week. He went and fought in jihad, right? Yes, the big J, the big jihad word, okay? He actually fought in jihad. And now what he does now, he goes around the country preaching about anti-extremism, and he preaches about bringing communities together. So I'd love you guys to be here next week to listen to his story, because I'm going to interview him. I'm going to finish off my story next week quickly and tell you what I've been doing the last few years. I got married, had kids, 4 kids, and they're all naughty. They do my head in. Well, that's kids for you. Imagine what my parents went through with me and my brothers. Probably went through this, probably went through worse. Liverpool FC, you live in Leicester, mate. Anyway, so I'm going to round off now. Big love, one love to everybody. Thank you for listening in. And yes, thank you very much, and take care. Peace and blessings upon everybody. One love. I'll see you next week, same time, 6 till 7.
सारे तेरे ने रब पर माया महबूबा ज़माने सारे तेरे ने अर्श वाले फर्श वाले दीवाने सारे तेरे